Well, we have somebody that has deeply hung on to you. Let me get this lit up and ready to go, because I'm telling you, Spirit's saying do not let this person go. You see, you know this is your reading because it's your reading. The connection I'm talking about, this is not a person you are chasing. This is not a person who has betrayed you. This is not a person that's belittled you. If the one on your mind has done any of those things to you, this specific reading is not yours, because what I feel, what I'm seeing, is right on the bullseye, and like in a way where Spirit's telling me like they do want this connection to thrive. You have freedom of will, so they're not going to ever make you do anything. But what they're stating is this person that you are attracted to, and you like their personality, and they have good morals, and they have their own back, is true. What I see is this person has hanged on to faith with you. Figured out that you both must just be dealing with your own things. I see this person's gone back and forth, even with the faith, wondering if they did something wrong, if you didn't like them, weren't attracted to them. But something in the back of their head told them you were going through things that you were not comfortable to tell them about, or you didn't feel was time or necessary or would not help anything. Wow, we have this one night card. I haven't even used that deck in forever. My medieval tarot, I haven't used that in forever. It's in the Law of Attraction tarot. We have 10 of Swords in reverse. This represents escaping a bitter end, delayed calamity. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Somebody that could be hastily going into a dynamic. Somebody that needs more preparation. What I'm hearing right now is that they knew internally all your telepathic messages you were sending. That even though you felt the connection with them, you were figuring out a lot of other things. Because there were other people that you were in confusion or even with or getting to know when this individual came into your life. The dynamic with them from the very beginning has been a positive back and forth. Like ever since you two have entered each other's lives, there was a deep flirtation and an ease to surrender to fear. You see, the person in this reading attached to you does not trust easily, does not fall for somebody easily, and can't keep what they feel for you in the cupboards, is what I'm hearing. This person's put themselves on the line, put their ego completely aside. And Spirit wants you to surrender to when you are with them. That is not, it's not like they're going to change into a totally different person. They're not in this for the chase. If any part of you worries, is it just the whole chasing thing? That once they have me, if they assume I'm some certain way, are they still going to feel the way they do for me? The answer is yes, they will. Without the cards even being pulled. This reading just got very deep. And it's because I went to completely from them to you. And what I mean by it went deeper Their feelings, their understandings is not putting you on a pedestal, but they see how different and unique and rare it is, and they don't want to just let your connection go. So I do see the wills within them learning and growing and adapting with you. I see it's much more easier for them to surrender to this than you. And that's not how it's been in the past with certain dynamics. You feel like you rush so far into it. You could have romanticized things to an extent of disillusion to self with certain individuals. And you have relationship trauma, no matter how this resonates. You worried about when you tell the darkest parts of you, what you've been through, what makes you the building blocks of who you are, the secrets, if you will, the things we all have. If they will still see you, or will they just see the things you say? I'm not saying everybody here has some like drastic thing that they're keeping from the world, but this is about deeply personal, embedded into every fiber of your lessons of life, things, experiences that you only share with the select few. This person knows those things about you. I'm telling you, nothing is going to change the way they feel about you if you're authentic. These times of feeling the ability to express and talk about the dark night of your souls or of your spiritual journeys, Spirit's going to make it at a time where you're definitely in front of each other. It's not going to be over. What I'm hearing is it's not going to be without their faces being seen, because these are collective ticks what resonates. It's either going to be in person, sitting at a diner, at some form of bar or gathering area, talking deeply about where life has thrown both of you, if you will. But for some of you who this is more of a long distance thing right now, I see it through video chat and etc. The thing that resonates no matter who you are in this reading is seeing their face, is what I'm hearing. If you are in separation with this person right now, and it's because you think that's what's, you for a while felt like that's what would be best, but there's all that twinkling in you now that like, hey, maybe I do feel ready to give something. Maybe I do feel like I can be this healthy, stable person now to somebody else, because not only do I have myself, but I have my priorities straight. I know I'm ready to leave all that no longer served in relationships behind, no matter what happened with me and this person, because I made all of these decisions to release past exes or flames or just even people of platonic sense, friends that were no longer good influences or part of your existence for the betterment. As you let all of those types of things go, with no influence from this person being in your life, and you have the time to really marinate in all the different aspects of things that were keeping you trapped, the freer and freer you became. And you were no longer focusing on love or romance. You received a bunch of signs about this person. Spirit wants you to know everything happens for a reason. If you have not spoken, there is a sense here of not even redemption, continuation. They have nothing but still high vibrational thoughts about you. They have their insecurities, they have their questions, but I feel completely this sense of, I just am grateful to be talking, to be seeing you. You two have never really deeply owed anything to each other, which makes me see that for most of you here, because the Art Collective takes what resonates, but for most of you here, you were never in a physical relationship. You could have had a little thing going for a while, but it never became official, if you will. Out of this reading, Spirit's saying the only thing that would keep... I literally made a reading yesterday about how you have all of the keys. I posted it. Yes. That you have all the keys you need. You have the key you need to gain success, or I said it somehow like that. But this card's literally the key. And the beauty, the ability to share, to make family harmony. The only thing that's going to get in the way is you not opening the door, is what I'm hearing. Your insecurities, your fears, your what ifs, they're paranoia. They're the parasite. That's the part that wants you to stay in this low vibrational negative state so it can feast. Your emotions are not a weapon against you. Your emotions is a force that you are now stating, I use for me. You have found somebody that loves the waves, is what I'm hearing, but not in a toxic way. It's a person that's like, I'm not gonna jump off the boat because it gets a little rocky. I'm not gonna jump off the boat when there's a storm. I'm gonna help you, and you're gonna help me, because we can do this together. We can be happy. We can be successful by ourselves. But there's something more together. Being independent still means, you know, to a certain aspect, you're going to need people in your life. Because going into deep hyper independency is a crutch within itself. People that go into deep hyper independency have not been able to overcome trust issues and anger and paranoia. There's a difference between being an introvert and needing your recharge time, and then being having hyper independency. I see that you are completely ready to travel to wherever this can go, and this person is not getting off the train. This person feels like you are so wise, like you have already opened their eyes to more than you can even imagine, and they feel honored to be part of your private life, is what I keep hearing. Spirit wants you to let this flow and grow. If they're messaging you, message them back. If you're thinking about messaging them, message them. Because all around there's multiple high timelines between you and this connection. You see, that's the thing. When you're with somebody that's for your highest timeline, when you have people in your life that are meant for your highest timeline, it's not only one direction you guys can go. You see, you can have multiple. You're just all on the same frequency and able to stay in the same ride, if you will. That's what I got for y'all today. Now, we're going to talk about the Bali trip. June 2025, guys. I have my next trip planned with Trova Trip. I currently, at the time of filming this, have 6 spots only left. If you are wanting to join this trip, I highly suggest you claim your spot now while they're still available. All you have to do to claim your spot is put a 25% down deposit, and then you have all the way into June of 2025 to pay it off. This trip is highly spiritual, comfortable, relaxing, and luxurious. We're going to be diving into sound healing, water healing, herbal medicine, and a vast amount more. I'm hosting a spiritual workshop one of the days where everybody will come together at the yoga barn, and I will teach you how to further dive into your tarot cards, understanding spreads, interpretations, and working with other types of tools like oracle cards and totems and like incense or candles, pendulums, and a vast amount more. Every person that joins the trip is going to get a one-on-one reading with me at some point throughout the trip. On the first day, I will schedule everybody's spots. Any questions you have, don't hesitate to send me an email at contact@offprintmid.com. But most importantly, you can get to the link of the trip by going on my Instagram bio, any of my YouTube video bios, and all over my website. And my website you can go to by clicking on any of my social media accounts. That is what I have for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.